The Mosconi Cup has arrived in London and is in the process of writing the 23rd chapter in its long and varied history. For the first time, the iconic Alexandra Palace is the setting for the ultimate clash between the very best 9-ball players from Europe and the USA. It's fiercely competitive, and each year it gets bigger and better. The USA dominated the early years of the Mosconi Cup, winning 10 out of the first 12 events, but having struggled in recent times, not lifting the trophy since 2009, they know they're in for a fight if they're to take the cup back to America. Europe claimed the opening point of day one in the team game before it was a chance for Albin Ocean and Mark Gray to drive home their advantage in the doubles match. Despite feeling the nerves in front of a packed, noisy house, the Europeans were too strong for an out-of-form Rodney Morris and Shane Van Boening, who dropped 4 straight racks on the way to a 5-2 defeat. An important win for the Europeans reflected in both the team and the crowd's celebrations as the hosts open a 2-0 lead over the US. 3 matches still to play in this session, with Darren Appleton featuring twice, first in doubles action alongside Jason Shaw and then singles against Shane Van Boening. But up now, Mike Dechaine takes on 4-time Mosconi Cup MVP Niels Feijen in the opening singles match of this year's tournament. Commentary for this one comes from Phil Yates and Jerry Forsyth.
This will be a great match. Niels Feijen versus Mike Dechaine.
By all means, you can say
Niels Feijen has been the MVP of this event 4 times.
Okay.
He has a tremendous amount of experience, but don't sell Mike Dechaine short either. This is a sharpshooting young man, and once he gets his fire going, you cannot turn out his fuse.
The last thing the USA need is to fall 3-0 behind. That would be a very early mountain to climb.
Niels has won the break, however, so he gets the first shot at this rack.
And if ever you can have a heavy favourite in a race to 5, you have to make Feijen a big favourite in this one, based on his performances in the Mosconi Cup in the past, his career achievements,
first rack, race to 5,
and the fact that Mike Dechaine has got a pretty poor record in this tournament
nice and quiet,
so far.
Well, he's made the one ball in the side pocket. Another ball went into the corner. And he's got a shot on the 2. Not a bad way to start, Phil.
Well, when it comes to this pressure cauldron, Niels Feijen, time and again, is Mr. Dependable.
He is solid as a rock. You just can't seem to shake him. Not the easiest shot. The cue ball is probably going to wind up running into the 6 unless he can put an awful lot of draw on it. But if he can let the 6 ball stop at the cue ball right where the 6 is, the 3's open to the corner or the side. So he just needs to concentrate on putting the 2 into that hole. And he does. This is not going to work out well, however. That's the kind of roll that'll keep you awake at night.
Yes, and the kind of roll that Mike Dechaine will be very relieved about.
Extension called.
Niels is a great kicker. So I look for him to be trying to send the cue ball up behind this wall of balls somehow. Oh, he's going to be able to nick the edge, or is he going off the... No, he's going off the head rail, I think. That worked.
The 7 and the 9 doing Feijen's bidding here. Out of trouble, putting his opponent there.
This is a terrible way to have to start a match.
Called.
He's gone for the jump cue. He's going to try and jump this ball in. Great shot, but the 9 ball has blocked him from his next shot.
No, I don't think because he raced back to his chair there, he's being overly hasty. Of course, a 30-second shot clock in operation here, so has to get a move on.
Obviously cannot put this ball in the corner, so he's looking for a place to duck here. Well, he's certainly not going to like his next shot because he has left Niels an opportunity to do a lot of damage here. He can bank that 5 back down by the 9 and send the, that 4 ball back down to the 9 and send the cue ball way up table with balls in between. Oh, he's gone the other way. Both work. My goodness. He sewed him into a pocket.
That is precision under pressure.
That's beautiful. We should mention that this is a new table for the Mosconi Cup. This is the Rasson Victory table. And that will bring Niels Feijen to the table with ball in hand.
It was a tough escape, it really was. And now, what a gift.
Dechaine trying to stay calm. He has quite a temper sometimes, and he needs to keep that out of Alexander's palace this time, and he knows that.
Cue ball needs to stop, that's okay. Although it's awkward cueing.
Sure is. He's got to cue over that 9 ball. Now, if he hits that 9 ball while he's cueing, it's a foul. So the referee, Nigel Reese, is keeping a close watch on this one. No problem for Niels. And he'll deposit the 8 and the 9 in the left-hand corner pocket.
Niels Feijen, MVP so many times, and now 1-0 ahead against Mike Dechaine. Europe are very much in the ascendancy.
Welcome back to the 2016 Mosconi Cup, where a clever snooker by Niels Feijen resulted in a foul by Mike Dechaine, presenting Europe with the chance to clear the table and claim the opening rack. Europe have taken the first 2 points in the race to 11, and no victory in this match would see them win the opening day. We pick up the action at the start of the second, commentary from Jerry Forsyth and Phil Yates.
Thank you. Second rack, USA to break, trailing 1 rack to 0.
And cold hard numbers, how about this? Mike Dechaine has won 3 matches in the Mosconi Cup over the years. Niels Feijen has won 33.
A slight edge. The 1 ball has gone down and the 5 as well, but that 2 ball is completely covered up. And you know, Phil, this was the story of last year's Mosconi Cup. America was making balls on the break, but then they had no shot after the break.
And now it's that game within a game, the push out.
He just might be able to make that ball. If not, he's got a world of safeties he can play.
Don't think he can see quite enough of the 2 to knock it in directly, but you're right, Jerry, he can put Dechaine in an awful lot of trouble. Options as well.
Well, with a lead and feeling as strong as he is, I expect this to be a great safety. I don't know. I think Mike can see it.
He can see it, he can pot it. But what about position on that 3 ball at the opposite end of the table?
Well, he's going to really have to put some draw on this ball and go across the table and then back to this side of the table to get to the 3. And that means the 2 ball could rattle out of the pocket. It does not, and he's done the shot. He's made it. But he doesn't want to be straight. Oh, any place but straight. Actually, he's going to be okay because his next shot will be into the side pocket. It's just that he'll be shooting off the rail. Unless he can pop it off just a little bit. Just get that cue ball off the rail. Not far enough to be comfortable. He's only got half a cue ball to hit.
This is the definition of a pressure pot. The ultimate pool knee knocker.
This is because these side pockets are selfish. Shape is automatic. Oh, he's made it. Very good shot there. Made it with confidence.
And now he should run out, which would be a real morale booster.
Yes, he should. Just back and forth across the table, avoid the side pocket with the cue ball, and you've got an out. Well, now he's going to be moving the cue ball away from the 8 ball. He's come too far down the table. So he may have to just roll forward and take a longer shot on the 8. It's still not a difficult shot. Just really needs to keep that 9 ball out of his life right now. And he'll play the 9 into the side pocket to take his first point.
Well, if winning any rack in the Mosconi Cup can be described as stress-free, that was it. Pretty comfortable and just what the doctor ordered.
He certainly quieted the crowd. They've been screaming so loud you could hardly hear yourself in the booth. There's Captain Mark Wilson having a word with Mike, giving him a smile. That's the thing, keep Mike on a positive track, and he is one heck of a player. Don't let him get angry.
And this was the key to the door. The 2-ball powered in. Cue ball screwed back, just off straight. He potted a good 4 to the middle and a much easier 9 at the end. And that's why Mike Dechaine is back on level terms. He's played 5 singles matches in the Mosconi Cup in the past. He's won just a single one of them. Now compare that with Niels Feijen, who's played 20 singles in the Mosconi Cup and won 12.
Anytime you're above 50% in the Mosconi Cup, you are a great player.
And his record in doubles actually is slightly better than that percentage-wise.
I tell you what, the thing about Niels,
thank you, rack 3.
If you have a pressure situation,
1-1.
That's the man you want shooting for you. He is just so cool.
Settle down then, please.
Well, let's see how he does on this break-off. One ball went into the side pocket, and he's going to have a shot on the 2. And the 3 is near the 9, but I doubt he would wish to do anything with it because it passes the 9, and the run out is awfully easy.
The 2, though, past the 6. Ooh, that's asking a lot. It goes, but there's only a fraction of an inch to maneuver with.
Yeah, and because of that, he has to hit it at a fairly easy pace. And it's going to be tough to get a great shot on the 3 ball. It looks like Niels is going to take it into the reverse corner, into the left corner, which takes that 6 ball out of it. Oh, he went to safety. That surprised me a little bit because he would have gotten shape on the 3, but he's left Mike here an open pocket down in the corner, and with a little low left, nope, he still can't get past that ball. I was going to say he could go 3 rails and come around the table, but I don't think he can slide past that ball. He may have to use that ball in his shot. Oh, he did escape it. Amazing. Look at this shot.
That was excellent. As crisp as you like.
Well, he would like to have a little more angle than this, but this is quite manageable. Especially with the 6 ball laying where it lays, the green ball.
The arm wasn't the straightest, but the ball ended up where it should have been, in the pocket.
Now just 2 rails and out for the 7 ball. Into the upper left corner. Come right back down table for the 9.
Extension called.
It should be a pretty simple shot, but Mike Dechaine is allowed 1 30-second extension per rack, so he's taking it here. Can't blame him for that.
Oh, watch out, scratch. I believe he may be hooked by the corner of that pocket. Let's see. Does the nose have him, or can he clear it? The nose has got him. So he's going to have to twist this ball to make the 9. He's made it. That was a great shot from Mike Dechaine. That looked simple. It was not. Wow. Great pool from Ali Pally. Stay with us. We're going to take a bank shot.
Welcome back to the Mosconi Cup from London's Alexandra Palace and the opening singles match featuring Niels Feijen and Mike Dechaine. Feijen took the opening rack for Europe, but Dechaine hit back in the second and, despite leaving himself a difficult finish in the third, has now opened a 2-1 lead. With the US losing by sizable margins in the first 2 matches, can Dechaine stem the tide and claim his team's first point? Commentary comes from Jerry Forsyth and Phil Yates.
Thank you, rack 4. USA to break, leading 2 racks to 1.
He will not use that powerful break here, but Mike Dechaine has hit a break shot at over 36 miles an hour. Most players hit a break shot between 18 and 24. And I believe he's dry. This is going to be a tough table, though. Look at those balls. They're all on the same side of the table.
Well, he was under the speed limit there. And like when you're driving a car, if you're under the speed limit, you don't get any points.
You know, it looks like every ball does have a pocket, but it's so tricky to get to each one. He's going to have to play this rack like a surgeon. Nothing to the 2 ball, but he's got to get shape on that 3 in the side. And the 9 ball has big ears. Went right past it. Pretty work.
He's normally so reliable. There's Feijen. You would really fancy him to draw level here. But we've seen some extraordinary mistakes from surprising quarters so far this evening. Nothing can be taken for granted.
Yeah, he's got to position this cue ball between the 5 and the 9. Oh, he's going to go down. Oh, now that was clever. That made this a lot easier. He manufactured that angle by cheating the pocket.
Extension called.
This is his last tough position shot. After this, the table's open.
Like you said before, though, Jerry, you have to treat these middle pockets with respect.
Yeah, at least he's got a good angle here. He sure makes it look easy. My goodness. long as he stays clear of the 8, and he does. He's a very cautious player, very smart player. But you know, there are not 20 players in the world who could have gotten through that table this easily. He's certainly one of them.
Yes, and others wilt under this kind of pressure. Watched by this many people, he seems to thrive.
Niels enjoys any challenge you put in front of him. And he has just tied our match at 2 apiece, and he has brought the crowd back to life. Just the kick they were looking for. Wow, this crowd is this crowd is something else. I cannot tell you enough about how much fun the people are having here at Ali Pali.
Well, quite simply, it has to be one of the biggest crowds and certainly the loudest ever to watch a pool match anywhere.
Absolutely. We have nearly twice the number of spectators here tonight that we've ever had at a Mosconi Cup before. Matchroom had to move to a larger venue because of the demand from the fans.
Yes, and for the next 3 nights, every seat is sold out. They love their pool, and the vast majority here love Europe.
Thank you, rack 5.
The Americans must feel rather intimidated.
Nice and quiet, please.
He's got a ball down. And, oh, he's got a shot on the 1. I thought it was going to be a lot tougher, but shot on the 1 with natural shape onto the 2.
Yes, 3 in the open as well. No clusters.
This is a lot easier table than the one he just cleared. Two, the 3, and the 4 all together down near that upper right corner pocket. He's not going to have to make the cue ball travel very much. He's going to put the 3 and the 4 in the same pocket now.
Extension called.
Now he's got all the angle he needs to work down table for the 6, the green ball. In fact, if he goes off 2 rails, he'll be coming out right in line with the shot. But he may want more angle than you would get from that. Well, that's one way to get the angle.
Led 1-0. Lost the lead. Now 4 balls away from regaining it.
He's got everything he needs now. And he has multiple paths that he can choose from to get to the 8 ball, whatever's most comfortable. I would think 2 rails and out. There he is. The crowd likes it. 3-2 in our race to 5. Boy, what a cool cat under pressure.
Welcome back to London and day one of the 2016 Mosconi Cup. A dry break from Mike Dechaine was punished by Niels Feijen in the fourth before the Dutchman ran out the fifth to restore his lead in the race to 5. With just 2 matches remaining in this session, Europe know that victory for Feijen would guarantee they finish day one in the lead. Commentary from Jerry Forsyth and Phil Yates.
Jerry, what a test now for Mike Dechaine's temperament.
Thank you. Rack 6. USA to break, trailing 2 racks to 3. Nice and quiet, please.
I want to see if he changes his break. Not really. And he's dry again. However, this time, he's left a challenge for Feijen. Not the toughest kick shot in the world, but neither is it the easiest. That ball a few inches away from the corner pocket, so there's a lot of error there that can be had. If he does kick at it, I would expect him to kick 2 rails. Off the long rail, the short rail, and then into the 1 ball.
Push out cold.
That would give him shape on the 2, but he's going to push out. The wise choice, although it does put him at a disadvantage.
The signs of the push out basically don't give your opponent a shot he fancies. Give yourself one that you think you can pull off.
Exactly. Now Mike has the choice.
Extension cold.
He's taking his extension to go get his jump cue. But I would still not be surprised to see him run the clock down and then turn the table back over to Niels. Yep. Looks like he's going to get right down to business. And that's a very fortunate lead for Mr. Dechaine.
Don't think the Americans have had the best of fortune this evening overall, so maybe they're due a turnaround.
Well, Niels can leave that 1 ball virtually where it is and bring the cue ball all the way down table and put it behind the 9. Oh. He needs it to keep going. I'm not sure if he got there. But he must have, because Dechaine has once again reached for the jump cue. We are going airborne. Oh, and what an unfortunate rub for Mike from that 3 ball. He's left a 1 right over the pocket. Niels doesn't have a direct path to it, I believe. But there are ways to get there. Now it looks to me you would have to masse, you would have to curve the cue ball around the 3 to get to that point on the rail that he just touched.
Extension cold.
Let's see if he puts a lot of right-hand English on this ball. If he does, he's probably trying to twist that cue ball a little bit. Yeah, he's jacked up. That's what you do when you twist a cue ball. Yep. Beautiful shot. twisted the cue ball around the 3, hit the rail, and made the ball. What else can you ask for?
In a perfect world, would have liked to have caught the 1 slightly thicker to have retained position.
Well, I like him putting that 2 ball in the side. Oh, he played safe. Neil showing a lot of caution here, but better to be conservative than take a risk. That was a great safety. Well, I think the 5. Oh, just can't tell. I can't tell if he can play the 2 off the corner into the 5 or if the 5's going to be a blocker for him. Looks like he can play it off of it. But it could come off the 5 and hit the rail. That's too thick. Oh, no! Nobody makes that shot. Dechaine just shaking his head. Take a look at this. Plays 3 balls in 1 shot. Wow.
Did you sigh there, Jerry?
I know, I said wow.
I think you sighed.
He is fun to watch. He's got to draw back and leave a gap between the 9 and the 7. Oh, this guy's so creative. I can't even figure out what he's going to do. He is amazing.
Anyone who's been to Ali Pali knows that this place is perched on a very high piece of ground. In this match, Europe just a handful of balls away from being on a hill in a different sense.
Again, he's going to have to use a lot of spin here. He's got to come all the way back down for this brown 7. Oh, that spin took off the first rail, and that cue ball took off like a rocket.
Running side, it's brilliant when you can do that and play with such confidence. Lovely shot, but still not quite out of the woods.
No, the 8 ball could be in an easier place. Oh, but look how easily he got there. And he'll just pop the cue ball off the rail and shoot from right about there to take the 9 down into the lower left corner.
It was foggy in London this morning. It remains very bleak for America this evening. Niels Feijen 1 rack away from giving Europe a 3-0 lead on day 1 of this 2016 Mosconi Cup. The defending champions rampant so far.
Just no denying the confidence of Team Europe. I haven't seen them hit a shot with any doubt as yet.
It was such a good rack to win this. The 2 just about creeping in with the assistance of 2 balls. Even then, there was work to do, but Feijen did it, and with aplomb.
Yeah, you could see Dechaine showing a lot of displeasure off of that double billiard. I've never seen a shot like that before. I've never seen a man play 2 billiards in one shot. And it's his break. All he has to do.
Thank you, rack 7. You're up to break.
And run one
Leading
rack and
4
9
racks
ball
to 2.
here to take the win. He hit him firm. One ball is in the side pocket, and he's got an open shot on the 2 ball. Dechaine's in trouble.
All of the Americans would know this fellow, Yogi Berra, the New York Yankees catcher, who once said, "It's deja vu all over again." Well, it could be here. 5-2 in the first match, 5-2 in the second. How about 5-2 in the third?
It's been brutal so far. Ball wiped his feet, but it went in. Look at this. That could have been trouble, but could have doesn't count.
Extension called.
The American team sitting in the crowd with very lengthy faces, understandably. It's a nightmare scenario for them so far.
Oh, and he's put the 9 ball where it'll be very easy to reach. And there's just nothing to stop him from getting through this rack now. He would have to lose focus or make a mental error of some sort, and that's not what Niels Feijen does. He is a bit straight on this ball. Oh, he needs it to come off that rail. Well, the English did not spin the cue ball down table off the rail as he had intended. He's going to have to cut this into that upper right corner pocket, which will bring him back down table in line with the 7. But this is no easy shot now. This is a tester, especially since the way he's got to cue. Look how he has to cue this ball. Dechaine has a chance, but not much of one. He cannot see the 6.
No respite for the Americans, it seems, even when Europe miss. No respite. And of course the crowd showing a lot of sympathy for Mike Dechaine's plight.
Yes, they are such gentle people. Once more into the air. With that scratch, I think we can say good night, Mr. Dechaine.
Start the clock, please.
So far, the Americans have just had a lot of bad fortune. I don't think they could buy a roll in a bakery.
Europe 3 balls away from guaranteeing an overnight advantage.
Needs some angle, but he's got it.
Niels Feijen, so valuable for Europe over the years, valuable here tonight. They are 3-0 ahead, the hosts. The defending champions are on a roll.
We've got to hand it to them. What a performance so far from Europe. My goodness, this is super cool.
3 consecutive 5-2 victories have seen Europe move into a 3-0 lead against the US and guarantees they finish the opening day leading their opponents. Just 2 matches remain in this session and both feature Europe's Mosconi Cup veteran Darren Appleton. Later he's in singles action against Shane Van Boening, but up next he partners the Scottish rookie Jason Shaw against Justin Bergman and Skylar Woodward.